Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Radical Latino is taking you to another level.
What up, my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. It's your host, the Radical Latino. What's poppin', my people? How was y'all week? How is y'all week? How's everything going with y'all? You know, I hope everything's going great. We got a lot to talk about today in this episode. Also, before we go into any, further discussions or anything like that, I am getting over some cold or whatever I got. I don't know. I think I got Ebola or some shit. I don't know, but it's the changing of the weather or some shit. And I just got, I think, was it allergic bronchitis? It was something crazy where I couldn't even record on Wednesday. And actually, I couldn't even record at all and let something come out on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So this is like my fourth time recording, and I think I sound better now, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I hope you guys won't, excuse me for my voice or whatever the case is, because it's not all the way 100%, but I still got, I'm getting over it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, how was y'all week? So we got a lot to talk about, you know what I'm saying? I want to start off the episode with Ayesha Curry. For those people who don't know, Ayesha Curry was on the Red Table Talk, and she said some, not so favorable things there, and this is what people are really mad at her about. Check this out.
Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, there are all these women throwing themselves. But me, the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. I have zero, this sounds weird, but male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not even looking.
All right, so that's what she said. She is, she feels some type of way about the groupies that her husband is getting, Steph Curry. And she's kind of, she kind of feels like she needs some male attention. And everybody was going at her. Everybody was going at her. What you mean? This fucked up. This is disrespectful to Steph, your husband, and all this other shit. Blah, 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 blah. Right? She went on Instagram, defended herself and all that. And I seen a couple of women, actually stand by what she said, defending her, saying yo, this is, this is how I feel too, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing bad for somebody to look at me either, and all this other stuff, but there's a difference. She didn't say get looked at. She said male attention. There's a lot to go with that, male attention. You feel what I'm saying? Because if we want to make this comparable to and quantifiable and the same as her husband getting the same type of attention, look what's the difference. The same type of attention Steph is getting, that's what she wants males to do with her. You know what I'm saying? Women are throwing themselves at him, ripping his clothes off, probably. I'm just I'm just saying, and all this other stuff, oh my God, Steph, all this other bullshit. And that's what she wants. She wants male attention. And this, me personally, I found it wild disrespectful. Wild disrespectful. I'm like, nah, this can't go down. Are you serious? I found that shit wild disrespectful. There's a difference between guys checking you out and be like, yeah, I still got it, and male attention where dudes will be like, yo, what's good? Here's a picture of my dick. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference. And let's be clear, that's not what she was asking for, just getting looked at and all that. She made a compromise. Oh yeah, with the women, with Steph that Steph got and all that. And it's weird, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? No, let's call it what it is. That's exactly what she meant. And let's not twist what she said. You know what I'm saying? But this goes to show when somebody had their own shine. You know what I'm saying? They had their own little thing on their terms. And now they're married or they're with someone who's way more popping than them. They're kind of living under their shadow. And two things are either going to happen. They're either going to accept it and just ride along with it and be their own person, or they're going to become envious, try to sabotage it, say little slick shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is what it is. I think she's living under Steph's shadow, and that doesn't sit right with her. I think that's exactly what it is. That doesn't sit right with her. So she wants the same thing Steph is getting, the same attention Steph is getting. She wants it from the males. So that's what that means. That's what that is. And to be honest, listen, I know Ayesha's never gonna listen to this, but women like this, all right? All 5 of y'all that's probably listening to my podcast, all right? Check this out. If you're this type of woman, stop. No, that's wild. No, chill out. No, you know what I'm saying? If you're with a man, you know what I'm saying? If you're with a man and they are popping, they're doing what they gotta do or whatever the case is, that is wild disrespectful that you want the same attention he's getting from the opposite sex. That's crazy disrespectful. One, what kind of first of all, what kind of image are you portraying? You know what I'm saying? She's sounding crazy thirsty. She's sounding crazy thirsty, especially in the age of Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, dudes don't gotta do much. Actually, dudes don't have to do nothing at all. They just go on IG and just see a bunch of ass, you know, pussy and tits. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to do much. The thing is, we don't even have to ask for nudes anymore. If we're following a chick and she's really out there, guess what? She's gonna be posting them shits out anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really gotta do much or imagine. You know what I mean? And she's talking about attention in this type of age, on the IG age. She's homely. She's one of these homely women. You know what I'm saying? She has a cooking show or whatever the case is. Nobody's gonna be thirsty over you. You know what I'm saying? What kind of dudes are you wanting to get? The thing is, I think she is getting male attention, but not the male attention that she wants. That's what it is. And this was a way for her to actually throw her shot. You know what I'm saying? And I find it like I said again, find it extremely disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, she has kids. No dude, no single dude out here is actually gonna waste their time with a woman with kids. Let's be completely honest. You really think a dude that's gonna be okay with being a side dude is gonna be okay with you with wild kids and stuff? Let's say, cause you know, having a side person, you gotta be spontaneous with shit. You know what I'm saying? It's at the rush of the moment. You can't be like, yo, hold on, I gotta get a babysitter for this and this and this and all this other shit. Oh wait, I gotta do that and that and that. And after y'all finish meeting up and doing whatever y'all gotta do, what are the conversations gonna be about? Oh, I gotta get back home because my husband comes home at this time and I don't want the kids to be all up and cranky. You know what I'm saying? Come on. That shit don't make no type of sense. So when I heard that, I was like, that is wild crazy. And on top of that, a lot of dudes got respect for Curry. It's just like Jay-Z and Beyonce. A lot of dudes respect the fuck out of Jay-Z. A lot of dudes respect Jay-Z. And they don't dare look at Beyonce like that. You know what I'm saying? You hear comments like, yo, Beyonce look good. You know, she's popping. She's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? But you don't hear them saying, yo, I want to smash the fuck out of Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to be like, yo, I want to blow shorty back out. You feel what I'm saying? They don't say the same thing like they do to a Kim Kardashian or a Black China. And that goes to show the respect. Look, people are talking about smashing the shit out of Kim Kardashian, blowing her back out. And look who she's married with. Someone that used to be black. No, let me stop. No, so, look who she's married to. You know? Kanye West. He's a fucking clown. Kanye is a clown. Nobody respects that guy. Nobody respects him. So that's why they go up and beyond to disrespect his wife. Calling all type of hoes and shit, putting it on Twitter what they'll do to her. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's the difference. You don't see Kim Kardashian, you know, complaining that she's not getting no male attention. She's getting male attention, right? All right. She's getting male attention from the people that she wants it from and don't want it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference. There's a big difference between wanting male attention, being a thought. Let's be completely honest. That's what she's talking about, being a thought, and actually being a wife that doesn't care about the male attention that she's going to get, that she's getting. You know what I'm saying? She knows that she holds it down. She has a castle, basically. She's the glue of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? That she has a castle and she's the glue. That's something that she needs to uphold. You know what I'm saying? So those are my thoughts on that. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I found, I'm just gonna give my little 2 cents on. I found extremely funny. This was actually on Twitter and it was kind of not going viral, but it was getting circulated around. For those who don't know what a torrent is, you guys probably do. You know, when back in the day when we used to download, you know, music or whatever the case is from Kazaa and all that, used to give your computer AIDS and shit. That's when uTorrent started coming up, and then you started torrenting a bunch of stuff, which was a lot safer. Not safer, but, you know, same shit. But anyway, somebody torrented, uploaded a torrent of the Avengers Endgame, of the movie Avengers Endgame, but it was edited to take away all the black actors in it. Basically, the whole movie was edited to just take black actors out. It was an all-white movie. That's basically how they did it. That's basically what they uploaded. And it says it in the description. Edited, took all the black actors out, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And this goes to a point where this proves what Francis Cress Welsing said, that white supremacy and the people who uphold white supremacy really do it because they want to protect their white lineage. And protecting their white lineage is protecting the white image. And protecting the white image is to do whatever it takes to say the people that we oppress are bad and everything that we do is superhero-like. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. And I found that extremely, extremely interesting. And for those who haven't seen Endgame, I'm gonna just spoil a little bit of it. In the end, Falcon, he gets the Captain America shield because he's becoming or going to become Captain America. Captain America is supposed to be the big white hope, the white superhero, the white man that is not, you know, as a Superman level, but he's supposed to be all-American white person. You know, he defeated the Nazis, he went to war, he lived when America was so, quote-unquote great. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Captain America represents. Let's be completely honest. That's what Captain America represents in the minds of white supremacists. And having that red, white, and blue on the black man? Oh, hell no. That can't happen. Especially if a black man is a supporting character, like Falcon was, like, you know, Tony Stark's a friend was. Just because they're supporting characters, that doesn't mean shit. The fact is, They're superheroes. They do exactly what the main ones do. They might not get the spotlight, but guess what? They do the same thing, or probably even a little bit better than what the main one white guy does. And they can't take it. They can't take a equal playing field. You know what I'm saying? So they do little sneaky stupid shit like edit all the black people out from a movie like Endgame. They can't take it. They can't, you know, they can't fester that. They can't see that, so they have to edit it out. The same way how in boxing movies, they always make the white boxers win. Always. Look at Rocky. Rocky is a fictional character. Someone who never existed. You know what I'm saying? Someone who never existed. But in Philadelphia, if you go to Philly, yeah, there's a huge statue of Rocky, the Sylvester Stallone character. They have a statue of someone who never existed. So you're like, what the fuck? Why y'all praising a movie superhero, a movie star, on somebody who never existed? Some would say that Rocky is supposed to be Rocky Marciano, the Italian stallion or whatever the case was, but in reality it wasn't. It was based on Muhammad Ali. Rocky was just a name that Sylvester Stallone got for the movie. This is nothing new, he said it himself. You know what I'm saying? But in the movies, you know, the white guy beats all the black boxers. They in the same ring, equal playing field, the same training, probably a little bit better. They do the same thing. But in real life, black boxers always end up winning. Always end up getting the knockout. So those are the type of things they can't handle. They can't take, you know, they can't take that as a reality. That's why I think, I forgot this guy's name, but back in the day, there was this black heavyweight boxer who every time they used to bring him against a bunch of white folks, right? Every time he would face one of these white people, he will end up, you know, basically embarrassing them. You know what I'm saying? Just basically ends up embarrassing them and all that. So every time he would end up embarrassing them, they will go out, the people after the boxing matches, they will go out and lynch a bunch of black folks. That's what they will do. They will lynch a bunch of black folks. Why? Because that's something you can't do. You cannot show us out. You cannot make us seem like we're not all powerful, even though outside that boxing ring we created a system that will get you, you know, downtrodden. In the system that we created, we're all powerful, but outside that system, in an equal playing field, we can't really go toe to toe. We just can't do that. You too good. You feel what I'm saying? So that goes to show, in reality, that goes to show of a lot of these white supremacists, how just by just a mere, you know, thought of, you know, somebody being like up in the stands, a black person being up there going like, wait a minute, this person is equal as me and he's not really getting everything that I'm supposed to be getting, and he could still fuck me up. What the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? So that's very interesting. When I saw that, I opened my eyes. I was like, wow, they take it to this level? Holy shit, they taking it to this level? Wow, okay, you know what I'm saying? Now, moving on to Chris Darden. Chris Darden is the guy, the former OJ prosecutor who stood in charge, you know, decided to represent Eric Holder. Thing is, Chris Darden decided to step down and said, nah, I'm good. The reason why he did that is because he said he's getting too much death threats. That's exactly what he said. I'm stepping down because I'm getting too much death threats. Motherfucker, what the hell do you expect? Look who are you're representing. Went from a prosecutor putting people like this away to now defending them. And second of all, my question still remains. Who the fuck is paying him? Who? Who is paying this guy? Who is paying Chris Darden? I want to know. Because you cannot tell me a broke gangbanger who doesn't have no sense in the world. Nobody can tell me this broke motherfucker is fucking guapped up. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that this whole situation was gang related. You cannot tell me that this broke gangbanger right here is so savvy that he got all that money, never got caught, but all that money, and then does something stupid like shoot somebody broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? Someone that is getting money like that, that means they're business minded. They got more sense than that. They will have somebody else do it. You know what I'm saying? So who the hell is paying Chris Darden? Who? Who? You know what I'm saying? That's a question that I really have, and I still got. Who is paying Chris Darden? You know? Another thing, Sandra Bland, her cell phone clip was released a couple of days ago, and it shows that she was recording her interaction with the cops. And in the part of it, she is like, "Yo, why the fuck are you stopping me?" And the cop in the video takes out his taser and says, get out the car. I'm going to light you up. He says it in video right there. So she gets out, still recording. She's like, yo, you stopped me for a traffic violation? This is stupid. What the hell? You're really stopping me for a traffic violation? This is dumb. And that short video, which is like, I think, was it a minute or less than that? That's basically it. Doesn't show that she is mentally ill. Doesn't show that she wasn't in the right state of mind. Doesn't show that she was suicidal. Doesn't show that she has something wrong going on with her. She was perfectly fine. She knew exactly what the situation was. And she knew that she was being targeted because she was black. She knew this shit. It wasn't, it wasn't a stretch of the imagination. She knew this. She knew this. So what ended up happening was, as everybody knows, she ends up getting killed. That's basically what happened. She got killed in jail. She didn't hang herself. They found her hanging. That's the official story. She got killed in jail. Let's be completely honest. She got killed in jail. So this basically goes to show, like, what in the fuck? You know what I'm saying? These white supremacists are left and right taking us out. Left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. Taking us out. When is enough enough? You feel what I'm saying? When is enough enough? It's to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if one of us fights fire with fire. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, we all know they're gonna stop playing victim and all that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna stop playing victim and all that. But I would not be surprised. You feel me? Because this is something I put on my Instagram the other day, and I got a bunch of little white supremacists and Latin coons coming at me because of what I posted, right? So I posted, it's an image of a black cop, right? And right next to it is a white family. And it's like a caption saying, how come every week black police don't kill unarmed white males, right? And I wrote, shit, I really want to know why white people, tell me, please tell me, white people, how come? You know what I'm saying? I want to know, how come every week black police officers don't kill unarmed white males? Because let's be honest, that black police officer who is shot that white woman by accident, the same thing, everything's by accident, the same thing white cops say, I feared for my life. He said the same thing. I was scared. That person was unarmed. That white woman was unarmed. Same thing. Apples to apples. He shot her, and guess what? He went to jail, and now he got basically he got sentenced. I forgot how long he got, but he got sentenced. Same thing. But what's the difference? I thought you had a fear for your life and you should be okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's a complexion for the protection, right? That's what it is, right? I got you. I see how it goes. So that's what I'm putting. A bunch of little white supremacists start coming at me and all this other bullshit. Talking about, oh man, you're so racist, bro. What the fuck, man? You know, black people shoot each other all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's a deflection. I don't even bother with that. I don't give these motherfuckers a time of day with that bullshit when they come at me. Alright, man. So let's move on to the main topic. It's gonna be a short episode this week. You know, like I said, I'm feeling out of it. But anyway, let's talk about the main topic. The main topic. The white savior hustle. Now, this kind of goes both ways. What does that mean? The white savior hustle. What does that mean? It's basically, what it means is white people who come to our neighborhoods, white people who come to our villages, white people who come to our schools, jobs, or whatever the case is, saying that they're down. They know every rap song that you're listening to. They know every slang word. They know how to dab and Millie Rock and all that. And their Millie Rock is sturdy too. It looks like they've been practicing. You know what I'm saying? Their Millie Rock is sturdy. They Millie Rock on every block. You feel what I'm saying? And they're coming at you and saying, listen, I know what you're going through. I know. Let me start talking like a white. Come on, listen, dude. I know what you're going through, bro. Your neighborhood is not all that great. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I am saying? You know? So they'll start talking to you and start telling you everything that you already know and you have already been listening to. They talk about police brutality, right? Which is, you know, bullshit. But talk about police brutality, discrimination in the workforce. They talk about economic depression in your own community. They talk about all this other good and tough shit and racism, but they never mention white supremacy. And the ones that do, okay, shout out to them, the ones that do. But that's basically about it. They just know how to talk well. They know how to talk that shit. They know how to talk. But guess what? That's basically all they do. They just talk your ear off. Here, look, listen, I understand because of this and this and this and this and this. Everything that I am saying right now, everything you hear another black person is saying, same thing that I'm saying. Everything about white supremacy, they'll tell you the same shit. And the fucked up part about it is, most of us is gonna listen to that white guy and believe what that white guy is saying instead of me. Same shit that I'm talking about, that I get in the comment section talking about, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, shut the fuck up, you stupid, you're ignorant, you're uneducated, go to school, and all that other stuff. A white guy says it, oh man, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Yo, I did not know that. You know what I'm saying? They talk about white supremacy. For real? There's white supremacy? What? No, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I say, yo, there's white supremacy. Yo, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you know, there was a study saying that some white high school dropouts earn more than black college graduates. Yo, for it, man, shut up. Let me see the source. Shut up. For real? Nah, I don't believe you. I want to see the sword. Let me see the sword. White guy says it. Listen here, bro. You know, there's a study going on saying that white high school dropouts, they earn more than black college graduates. Did you know that? No. For real? Get out of here. And they start fucking laughing. Oh my God, yo, you down? You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? They do all this other shit, but guess what? The one thing they will never do is give you a solution and help you execute that solution. That's a hustle right there. They get all the money in the world because, let's be completely honest, white people, they have a means to get capital. Let's be completely honest. White people, they have the means to get capital, no matter where they're at, no matter their economic status. It doesn't really matter. The poorest white person always either has a family member or a way to get capital. There was a Netflix documentary about this bank heist about I forgot, it was called Monster something, I don't know. And there was this white woman that orchestrated to put a bomb on this dude, put a bomb on his neck to go inside a bank and rob the bank and all that other shit. And it was a whole big thing, and she was connected to other bullshit and all this other bullshit. She ended up being like crazy or whatever. And she was connected with 2 other dudes that actually helped her do the plot. But some of them didn't even get arrested, white people, whatever. They didn't get arrested and all that other bullshit. They even confessed about making the bomb and all this other stuff. But one thing that I found that was extremely interesting, what they said in that documentary, was that she wanted to rob a bank, right? To get $200,000, right? And they said when they looked into her bank account, she had $142,000 saved up. That white guy that apparently that she hooked up with to make the bomb, apparently this motherfucker thought he was this toughest shit out here and more educated than everybody else, wearing overalls and shit, smelling like fucking BO. But he thought he was the smartest thing out here because he spoke 17 languages or some shit. This motherfucker had like $200,000 in the bank. You know what I mean? And they just brushed that shit off. They said, yeah, when we looked at their finances, they had, $100,000 in the bank. And then, I'm like, wait, what the fuck was that? Wait a minute. I had to rewind it a couple of times. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck was this? And then they go into the documentary, they skip past that, and then they go into talking about how filthy these 2 people's houses were. Apparently this woman was an extreme hoarder that they couldn't even find the goddamn floor for a week because she had so much shit in her place. They ended up finding a bunch of dead cats. And that guy, the same thing, but apparently he lived outside his garage. It was something crazy like that. But the whole point is, that goes to show that white people, no matter what their condition is, economically and through the social status, they always have a means of getting money. No matter the poorest white person always has a means of getting money. No matter what. There was a story that I heard somebody say, which I found extremely hilarious, but it was eye-opening. There was this homeless white dude outside of, some business or whatever. And he will be there every day, snow, rain, sleet, hail, whatever. He will be outside every day just chilling, playing his guitar or whatever, and people will give him money. He would just pass by and give him money, and he'd be out there. He was out there for a while, you know what I'm saying? For years, up for what I heard. And one day, one of the guys from the place was like, yo, let me help him out. He goes over there, sits down next to him. He goes like, hey bro, you need help? You alright? He's like, help? I don't need help. I'm perfectly fine exactly where I'm at. And the white guy goes like, wait, what? He's like, listen, I stay here, people give me money, I don't know for what. People give me food. I'm not asking for food. Do you see a sign next to me? No. I'm exactly where I want to be. I have a family that's I'm part of a family that are multi-millionaires. I just don't want to live that lifestyle. I'm good where I'm at. And that goes to show that every white person, no matter the economic status, has means to money. So, with that being said, when these white savior hustlers come around talking the, latest slang and saying that, yo, I know exactly what your struggle is and all this other stuff, and start saying the same shit that everybody else was saying, they're not saying nothing new, just asking one thing: what have you done? They're gonna start talking, well, I've written books. I don't give a fuck how many books you've written, how many movies you've done, how many movies you've been in, how many interviews you've done, how many talks you've done. What have you done for the people that you're talking about? Because if you haven't done anything for the people that you're talking about, then you're just eating just like a white supremacist is. You're basically a white supremacist. That's basically what it is. You are eating from this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And those people, they don't want to fix the situation. They don't want to fix the course, the course that they're going on. You know what I'm saying? For example, Tim Wise. I heard a lot of people say Tim Wise is woke, and a lot of other people saying Tim Wise is a white supremacist. I haven't heard too much about Tim Wise, but I have not seen anything this motherfucker's done. If this motherfucker has means, not if, I know he does. This motherfucker has a means of money. What has he done to help out, especially the black community that he talks about white supremacy affects? That's it. That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? We have to start asking these questions, people, and we have to be very astute of these people out here. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? If they're not white and they're talking that hot shit, you know what I'm saying? They're talking that hot shit, and they're talking, that, empowerment, like me. You know what I'm saying? Like me. I'm talking about this empowerment thing. I do not have crazy amounts of money whatsoever. When I do become more popular and I start getting an economic base, the first thing I'm gonna do is start giving it back, especially to the black community. I'm gonna start doing little things just like Nipsey was doing. All these other people who are multi-millionaires or thousandaires or whatever the case is, who are getting donations left and right, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, and all this other bullshit. You cannot see nothing from a school. You cannot see nothing from a business. You do not see anything from a housing that they actually help out the people. You do not see no donations, no nothing, no housing development program or none of that case. You might see a little bullshit $2,000 donation here and there, but that's not equivalent to the thousands and thousands and $2,000 from a person that earns, let's just say, a person that earns $500,000 a year. You really think $2,000 is gonna really affect them? You really think they're moving something with $2,000? $2K? $2,000? I make that shit in 2 weeks. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? $2,000, that's not long paper. You know what I'm saying? I donated $2,000 to movements and programs. That didn't sway my bank account whatsoever. You feel what I'm saying? So we have to watch our people too. You know what I'm saying? Our people who are actually getting money from ourselves, we gotta watch out for them too, because they're other agents of white supremacy. This is the sad truth. There's a lot of people out there who are actually getting donations from us who are actually doing some real shit. Now let me just give an example. Somebody that everybody knows just because it's an untimely death. Nipsey Hussle, he wasn't a fucking millionaire whatsoever. He was not balling. He was not raking in racks and racks and racks and racks whatsoever. The only thing that we know, he got $100,000 from Jay-Z from buying his mixtape. And he got way more after that. That's all we knew. But we knew all his businesses that he was doing, right? We knew that he bought he got his business and then bought every other business around it, employing his own people. We know that he bought a bunch of apartment complexes and all that for his own people. We know that he got some Silicon Valley tech company with kids. You know what I'm saying? For his own people. And the list goes on. And this motherfucker wasn't a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? How do we know that? It's because he actually put it out there. Listen, this is what I'm doing. In every interview, listen, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. This is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? He was not balling like that. By the time his debut album came out, my man already had 4 or 5 businesses helping his community out. You feel what I'm saying? And you mean to tell me a white person that comes out of nowhere just because he has one book out, talking all this tough shit, just talking about the same problems, no solution. This motherfucker just is so confused that he doesn't know what to do. Get the fuck out of here. We got to eliminate these type of people that come around us. One thing that Nelly Fuller said 2 things that I found extremely interesting. Extremely interesting. One thing, if you do not understand white supremacy, everything else would just confuse you. That's what he said. And the second thing is, he said all white people are not white supremacists, but all white people practice and benefit from white supremacy directly and indirectly. If these white people who are woke, who could talk with 4-syllable words, who are just down, who are invited to the cookout, but they have no solution, no practice of solutions, no history of these solutions, and no money putting into the community, then these people are white supremacists in woke clothing, if we really want to take it there. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we have to acknowledge, and this is something we have to call out. You feel what I'm saying? This is something we have to call out and have to acknowledge. If these white people the next day, like Tim Wise and all these other woke white motherfuckers, are gonna come out saying, we're gonna build houses for Haiti. 5 years down the line, we don't see no goddamn concrete house, then guess what? We're gonna call them a liar, right? Because you gotta show and prove. You feel what I'm saying? If these people just come out, we're gonna pull our money together and give out money to all these black people in this county, or make a center for all these black kids to actually learn and not have their history whitewashed. That's something different. We're gonna put our money together, make a business, and just employ black people. That's something different. But don't tell me that, oh, this person is woke, this person's doing mad shit. What has he done? What has she done? Oh, well, you know, they talked here, they talked there. They just, no. They talked. What have they done? Talking doesn't solve anything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can talk. I know some people are some talking motherfuckers, but they don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So what have they done? If you cannot show me receipts and a track record of their history of doing something to the community that they're talking to, then you're just like the same people that you're talking about. You're the white supremacists. That's basically it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You feel what I'm saying? Alright, time for me to go. Let me get out of here. But if you guys enjoy it, let me know. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the same name, radical_Latino_. And I'm gonna catch all of you guys later.